Tom.
Yeah, I'm Tanner.
Welcome to episode 151 of Bird Squawk.
Yeah, that happened. It's tough. It's going to be a somber episode, obviously. A lot to talk about. Sucks. Been dreading this since pretty much Sunday night, early Monday morning, making this video, talking about it. I've kind of shut it off since this happened. I haven't watched anything. I've tried to stay off social so I don't have to deal with the crap. But yeah, it sucks. I mean, 38, 35. Felt like we had them. Felt like we were right there. And didn't end the way we wanted to. We'll get into all of it, get into the game, get into the coordinator situation, get into kind of the free agency and the coming weeks. But yeah, I mean, there's only so much to say really about the game. I kind of just is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gutted by the whole thing. I mean, I've seen a lot of Eagles losses in my career. This one kind of stings. This one hurts probably the most because I really felt like we were going to bring another Lombardi trophy to Philadelphia. I mean, I totally expected us to be getting ready for a parade and, enjoying everything that comes with that whole winning a Super Bowl. And then, for it not to happen was really, really disappointing. I'm still dealing with it, still kind of in a bad mood about it. I'll eventually break out of this funk, but it's going to be a little while because you invest a lot during a season, Yeah. I mean, a season is not quick, it's a lot of games and a lot of travel, and we're going down there, and not to take away anything that this team did. I mean, they had a great year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and we'll get into that, yeah.
But the ending is so abrupt, and it's over.
Yeah, it sucks. It flat out sucks. Yeah, I mean, the streak the city is on is not a great streak right now in the last 100 days. But, yeah, I mean, at this point, it comes down to a couple of things in the game. We can talk about whatever. I wasn't one of the people to bring up the holding call, the field, whatever. But it came down to the defense not being able to get off the field, not being able to get that one stop like that team did and got the strip sack. And it came down to those little mistakes. I mean, in a regular season game, you look at those and you say, all right. But those little mistakes can make a difference. The false start on the sneak play or pass interference on Pascal that derailed a drive. Just those little things. And I'm going to give the guy the flowers. He had an amazing game. He was the MVP of that game without a doubt. But the fumble, I get you responded well, but spotting them 7 points is tough. But I'm not dwelling on any of those things. It's just those little things are amplified in a game like that, because I know we dominated time of possession in the first half, but they played a clean game. They had no penalties really, and they did their thing. I mean, you knew they were going to show up. You knew they were going to do their thing. Other than the defense, I thought the offense played as I thought they were going to play. I know I said last week the big thing for me was seeing how the defense was going to come out, and kind of was what I feared potentially happening. They made a couple smaller stops earlier in the game, but just couldn't get the big one when they needed it.
Yeah, I mean, we went down there, scored with 5:58 remaining.
It was 23 or something.
5:23. Yeah. We needed the defense to just finally show up and get one stop, and we're winning that game. I mean, I totally felt like we get a stop. They are not stopping this offense.
Yeah, and I get the argument they did make that stop. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I let's talk about, I guess, some of the positive things. The offense looked great. Jalen Hurts, all the criticism, kind of his first big time game other than the national championship and a couple playoff games, but he showed up. He played his game, and truly, like Mahomes said, he proved doubters wrong. It's great at least to know that you got a guy that you can ride with in a big game like that he didn't fumble, he didn't crumble. We didn't lose that game because of our franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one thing sitting here this year proved. I mean, we can we can sit here now and feel confident that we've got the quarterback of the future.
Yeah,
Which
is great.
And I totally feel like this dude is going to take us back to this game again.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to get us at least one. I just feel that.
Hopefully.
And he proved a lot of people wrong. It was really, really awesome to watch his maturation this year. And
oh yeah.
And I don't see him stopping. I don't see him putting the brakes on getting better.
Yeah.
So that definitely is a plus. But like I talked to him, it's that, oh God, it's next year again. We can't. That's the thing that hurts the most about this game is like when you get to that mountain, man, you got to finish.
Yeah, because everyone knows
we had them on the ropes.
Everyone knows that this league, nothing's ever guaranteed in this league, and it's tough to just say right away. You after a game like that, you say we'd be back, but it's so hard to just say that because we know what the climb is, we know the grind, we know this team isn't going to be the same. You just know you want to think, and I do believe they will be back, but it's you can't just say that and expect it to happen. They're gonna have to have another great season. But yeah, I mean they have the quarterback, it seems, and I liked what I saw from Saucy. I thought the aggression was like good. Was I really agreeing with it at the time? No, but I think they drawed up good plays, and I thought he handled himself well. I thought in a big game like that for a young coach, I thought he coached very well as the head coach, so that was a positive as well. And I mean, we can talk about the coordinators and stuff. The big thing is the offense. I expect to be back and firing at all cylinders again next year. I expect them to be about the same because you look at the weapons on this offense, they're here. I mean, Jalen's here, AJ's here, Devontae's here, Dallas is here. Miles, we'll talk about Miles, but he may not be. But then the line is pretty healthy. I mean, he's going to probably be there. I mean, Lane's going to have to recover from his surgery, but you got Mailata, Dickerson. We'll see what Sayamalu does, and we'll see what Kelsey does. But, I mean, if Kelsey goes out, you slide in Juergens there. So, offensively, I'm not worried about it. I mean, Steichen, big props. I mean, he was a big reason of why we had success this year. Jalen having a coordinator for the same coordinator for 2 years in a row finally. You could see they molded the offense around him and obviously had an MVP caliber season. But I really have no complaints or worries about this QB coach sliding in, Jalen's guy.
Hopefully that's what happens. I mean, so you keep that consistency.
It seems like that's what it should be. It's the obvious thing.
Hey, we got Steichen a head coaching job. I mean, nobody knew these guys 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Saucy came to town with a staff of nobodies.
But that's what happens when you have success in this league. People pick. People pick from you.
People are going to pick from you. And hey, it is what it is. We had this conversation this afternoon. The defensive coordinator in Philly is set up for failure.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, as a young kid, just from what I've experienced so far with the defensive coordinators, you're not going to be Jim Johnson and you're not going to be Buddy Ryan. So, you can come in and impress people, and I get people had their opinions on Gannon, and I'm not going to get into deep in it because he, at the end of the day, you got a head coaching job, and that's great for him. But I get it. You can look at the track record, whatever. But this defense was good this year.
I'm defense was great this year.
They just didn't show
for
up.
The final game when they were on the stage. I mean, we stayed with what we thought was going to work, which kind of got us by all season, and we needed to make some adjustments in that second half, and we did not do it. And
that
kind of bit us in the butt. I mean, but blame can go. I mean, you got players; they got to make plays too.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the thing. I mean, you look at the defense, and that's the side that I'm kind of anxious about. See what they do on this offseason. Because, like I said, offensively wise, I feel pretty good because your main pieces are there. But this defense is full of old dudes, some young talent, but old dudes. And if the young talent's there, they're on expiring deals. I mean, this defense is going to look different next year. Well, you're going to have a different coordinator. We'll see what formation and scheme they bring, but you're going to have a different coordinator. And there's a lot of pieces on this team that are going to be gone. To me, Bradbury's all but gone already.
I mean,
you got two safeties that are going into free agency, which I think Gardner Johnson needs to be one of the main priorities this offseason. But Epps is going. Your linebackers are going as well. A couple guys on the line like BG and Fletch are up. You'll see what you got to do with that. But you're not going to be paying everyone, because in a month we're going to be paying this guy $50 million a year. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you find your guy and he's on a end of a rookie deal. You're going to have to eventually pay him, and that changes how the cap is handled.
Yeah, I mean, I it's going to be an interesting offseason on the defensive side of the ball. I've got total faith in Howie to make this all work, and I'm sure the wheels are already turning, and they know who they want to bring back, and it's just a matter of slotting those people at the right spot and at the right dollar amount and the right length of contract and the signing bonus and everything else that they got to maneuver with the cap and all that stuff, and you know, we'll see what happens. But I totally feel the same way. Like, the offense is set. We can roll. We're going to score points again next year. I mean, I don't care if you know, this guy slides in, takes over for Steichen, whatever. I feel like the offense is going to roll.
Yeah, I think the offense is going to be good.
I felt like that Sunday. I mean, the Chiefs couldn't stop us. I mean,
I knew the offense would show up,
we
man.
threw up 35 points.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
know, so we just got to solidify the defense. And we talked earlier today, you know, looking at next year's schedule. I mean, you know, there are people saying, oh, well, now they're going to play a Super Bowl schedule. But you look at our schedule next year, I mean, we're not really playing that many top elite quarterbacks. I mean, we got Mahomes, we got Josh Allen. That's really about it, you know. And I think we're set up for another 11, 12 win season.
Yeah, I mean, right now,
we stay healthy. All of that we talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about more of that stuff. I mean, the only thing about going this deep is, I mean, the draft's in 2 months. Yeah. I mean, we're usually talking about the draft like 3 months ago already. Yeah. But I think it's going to be defensive focus again defensively.
We got 10 and 30, right? In the first round.
So, yeah, we'll have to see how they address those holes. I mean, obviously, there's a lot more to talk about as we get, I guess, more into the off season now. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, my girlfriend told this to me Sunday night, and at the time, obviously, right after the game, you don't want to hear it. But if we look back on August, if we would look back on the predictions video at the beginning of the year, whenever the schedule comes out, those two guys would be ecstatic that this team lost in the Super Bowl this year. And I know that it's tough to say right now, and I get it is. I know it's hard after a loss. Wounds are still fresh. It's tough to look at that, but I mean, it was a season to be proud of, without a doubt. It just stinks that, just like the Phils, it wasn't finished, because even in such a crazed city of sports like this is, the losers aren't remembered as much as the winners. And this is a fun team, man. There's a lot of great characters on it. The Batman mask, Jalen, kind of just the storylines. There's a lot of fun storylines with this team, and just coming up a bit short. It's obviously gutting and disappointing.
Yeah, like I said, the end is just so sudden and so quick, and it's over. And, you know, you kind of forget the whole ride that we took, you know. That was very exciting. Yeah. And would I not want to take that ride? No, not a chance. But, you know, hopefully this you know, leaves a taste in these guys' mouths, that they come back even stronger, even more dedicated. And you know, like you said, I mean, this thing's gonna rev up again soon.
Yeah, so, I mean, off season, you know, it sucks that we get thrown in it right here, right away. But yeah, I mean, they're going to have to start making deals, deciding who's staying, deciding who's going. Look at the draft, combine. It's got to be kind of soon.
And lock up these coordinators,
Yeah.
Find out what we're going, where we're going.
Yeah.
Because we got to get that stuff, rolling and get that in the works. And like you said, I mean, I think the draft is March.
No, it's April 15th.
Yeah, April
so it's like
15th,
exactly
so
like 2
the
months away.
combine
It's
gotta be
probably
right
like
around
March
the corner.
10th or something.
So
yeah, I mean, we'll have all that. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I get it. Voice your frustrations, upsetting.
Yeah, this one hurts.
In the comments. Yeah, it sucks. It 100% does, but I believe they build from this, and hopefully it's just the beginning for the Jalen Hurts era and the Saucy era. But we'll have to see. But always, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next Wednesday, as always. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at birds_squad. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Fly Eagles fly.
Go Birds.